Hi, good afternoon. I'm Raleigh Brown, and this is Curve Flattening Concert number 652. And I see Steve DeHaas is first man in, followed closely by Slim Edelman and Mike Verbeek. Rhonda Scott Merrick is here, and Audrey Bernheimer. And looking forward to playing some music for you guys today. I'm just back from a week up in beautiful New Hampshire. There's Debbie Moore, who I saw up in New Hampshire. She was at Sam W. this year. And Terry St. James up there in Montreal. And here we are, waiting for a few more people to stop by before we get into serious music mode, but we're on the way. I will show you today's Charlie picture. Hang on a second, I think I can move that. And Charlie's camped out under the tripod, as is often the case. There he is. There's his portrait taken just about 15 minutes ago. And it was a little blurry, but other than that, it's one of my better pictures of him looking right into the camera. And Mike Schnabel is here, and pardon me, Dave Mason over there in Scotland, Charlie Bryant, John Ferrulo. Good to see all you guys. I missed you. And but I also saw a bunch of friends up there in New Hampshire. We had pretty good weather, not perfect, but not bad. You know, we had a couple perfect days and a couple rainstorms and a couple 95-degree days or 90-degree. But basically, you know, it was a pretty nice week and wonderful people to hang around with. A lot of good music. And now I'm back. There's Judy Wong, who I also saw up there. John Ferrulo was there. We had a lovely time together. We hung out in our usual haunts. We ate ice cream, although I was disappointed to learn that they had a new ice cream provider, and as a result, there was no Moose Tracks, and by the end of the week, they were out of mint chip, so I was forced to resort to sorbet. It was tough, you know. But while we're talking about comestibles, here is the Clinkophonic mug. I will say goodbye to Charlie. Charlie, by the way, killed his 4th or 5th bunny last night. I don't know what to do about him. It's tough. Anyhow, here's the Clinkophonic mug. I clink you all in the name of good fellowship. Good music. Let's hope for the best here. Okay, so I got 3 singer-songwriter tunes for you, and then one Reverend Gary Davis instrumental today, and they're pretty diverse but very very high-level bunch of songwriters. This first one is from Mose Allison. Ever since the world ended, I don't go out as much. People that I once befriended, you know, they just don't bother to stay in touch. Things that used to seem so splendid, they just don't matter today. It's just as well the world ended. You know, it wasn't working anyway. Now, ever since the world ended, there's no more Bible Belt. Remember how we used to be something or other, going wild, lying about the way we felt. All the rules have been amended. There ain't nobody keeping score. It's just as well the world ended. You know, we couldn't have taken much more. ever since the world ended. There's no more black and white. Ever since we all got blended, there's no more reason to fuss and fight. Dogmas that we once defended, they no longer seem worthwhile. Ever since the world ended, I face the future with a smile. Mose Allison, Ever Since the World Ended. A slightly nihilistic, dark tune, but you know, we can take it. We've taken enough nihilistic, dark stuff. So let me say some more hellos here. I see Deb Libby Clark is here, and Deb just lost the lovely Griffin, their wonderful little dog. So I send my best wishes out to you today, Deb. And John Sprouse is here, Mike Stillman out there in Joshua Tree, and Mike Verbick, I think I said hi to. Margot Lemieux, who I also got to hang out with up at Sam W. That was lovely. And Linda Worcester is here, and Carol Pred, my good friend from Mentor, Ohio, and Warren and Janelle. And Tom Dietz. Tom's recovering from some surgery. I hope you're doing okay. And Tom had an autocomplete accident there. And Aretta and Ron are here. And Rich Fowler, and a good bunch. Great to see you all here today. So next up is a song by one of my great heroes and one of the great influences on me as both as a guitarist, even though he wasn't primarily a hotshot guitar player. He was really good at accompanying himself, and also a wonderful songwriter, particularly great at writing melodies, and I hope that has trickled down into my songwriting. And this is from Phil Ochs, the late great, and a sentiment which it would be wise to be aware of, to have in your consciousness. Show me the prison, show me the jail, show me the prison man whose face is growing pale, and I'll show you a young man with many reasons why, and there but for fortune may go you or I. Show me the alley, show me the train, show me the hobo who sleeps out in the rain, and I'll show you a young man with many reasons why, there but for fortune may go you or I. Show me the whiskey stains on the floor, as he stumbles out the door. And I'll show you a young man with many reasons why. And there but for fortune may go you or I. Show me the country where the bombs had to fall. Show me the ruins of the buildings once so tall. And I'll show you a young man with many reasons why. And there but for fortune may go you or I. There But for Fortune by Phil Ochs, and I see a bunch more people have checked in. Let me go back a little ways here. I think I said hi to all you guys, and I see my old friend Richard Starkey is here, and Richard, Mark is up to his usual stuff. You shoot him an email. He's Bromberg has retired, and Mark isn't playing with him anymore, but he's got his band Good Medicine going and doing that. Richard, for those of you who don't know, in spite of the fact that everybody thinks he's quoting Ringo, is a very renowned Martin guitar repairman who worked for Martin Guitars for many years, then moved to Nashville, and he's somewhere there in the Nashville area doing guitar repairs. Ginger Hopper is here, Claude Galinsky, who I saw up at Sam W., S.A. Tudhope, good to see you, S.A. And Richard says, what year is your Martin there? This is actually a pre-war guitars company, 0028. And for usually, I've showed this a bunch of times, so I don't usually do it anymore, but because Richard hasn't seen it yet, it's a real beauty. It's Brazilian, beautiful piece of Brazilian for the back. And Adirondack top, made by the pre-war guitars company of Hillsborough, North Carolina. And this is a 0028, or what they call a double-aught. And Bob McKenna is here, and my friend, a bloke from England. Carol Pred, and I think I said hi to most of the rest of you. Okay, great. So some announcements for you now. As usual, there is a link right there if you'd like to donate something to keep the wheels turning here in Raleigh World and keep Charlie the dog in dog treats and dog sitting money. I saw a meme the other day that says, anybody who thinks a dog cannot argue has never had a debate with a cattle dog. And I saved it just to remind myself that I'm not the only one who deals with this problem. So there's that, and then the Invisibles, who Mario Prue, my old luthier friend, George Young, and Joel Biget over there in France, and Judith Fox down in, I think, Reston, Virginia, and Kit Serikaku and Lori Payne. I see that Laura Jackson Selden is here, the Gibson girl, as I know her, and Betsy McIntyre from Northeast Ohio. Good to see all you guys. And other announcements, it's not ready for publication yet. They're really behind on their schedule, but I will be playing at the Philadelphia Folk Festival this year, August 16th through 18th. I will be helping moderate and perform in the Culture Tent. because I got a lot of culture, and that will be mostly guitar instruction, and there'll be a bunch of us there, some Philly area people and some of the other performers at the festival. On Sunday, I will get to do a jam with my sister Marcy Marxer, and I'm looking forward to that. And it's going to be a great festival this year. They missed a year last year, and now they've recobbled themselves together, and we're hoping for a great experience out there. Also in October, on October 5th, I will be doing a house concert, my annual house concert for Ann Mintz and Cliff Wagner. So you can put that on your calendar. That's, I think, a Saturday, October 5th. And that's one of my favorite gigs. Every year we try to do a house concert with Ann and Cliff. And like that. So I am here with you now. And on Thursday, I think Helen Avakian and David Irwin will be doing their stream Thursday night at 7 o'clock Central Time, which is 8 o'clock Eastern Time, as you may know. And on Friday, Slim Edelman will be doing his show at 3:30 Eastern Time, and his theme is Songs by Jerry's. So I'm sure Jerry Garcia will be represented, but I don't know who else. Maybe Jerry Vale, or I don't know any other Jerrys right off the bat, but I'm sure Slim does. And then on Saturday, Warren Bendler will be doing his show at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Sunday, I'll be back at 10:30. Good to be home again, okay? And I think that's all the announcements. I should mention that Friday, I haven't heard anything, but I'm quite sure that Bunny Barnes will not be doing her show. As you may or may not know, she just had COVID, and her dear husband, Stephen, is in hospice now, so I think she may be otherwise engaged. If you're of the praying sort, send some prayers towards Bunny Barnes and Stephen, because it's a tough go she's going through. Okay, and I see Opry Media is here and is writing Jerry Reed, Jerry Reed, Jerry Reed. But I don't have any Jerry Reed stuff ready for you today. I might be able to pull together the Claw again, but it would take some dedicated practice. We'll just see. Anyhow, next up is a Reverend Gary Davis rag. I actually taught this at Sam W. this year. I included it. I didn't really teach it as much as I taught some other tunes, but it was an intermediate class, and this is a nice intermediate level Gary Davis tune, which is almost an oxymoron. So it's called the C Rag. my version of The Sea Rag by Reverend Gary Davis. And the Reverend, the Reverend is never far from my consciousness. And he's right there behind me, right there in that picture on the wall, with his big old Gibson J200 that was his signature guitar for many years. He told me that he had 6 of them stolen from him while street singing on the streets of New York. When you're a blind guy street singing on the streets of New York, you are seen as an easy mark, although Reverend Gary Davis was not. He was a very tough guy. And there are stories of him defending himself. So I have one more for you today. Let me kind of back up here. I see Cliff Brown is here. Thank you, Cliff. And who else am I missing? I think that might be about it. I think I said hi to most of you. So cover by CQ. Good evening from England. Welcome aboard, cover by CQ. And Opera Midi says that his thing of Jerry was meant for Slim Edelman's Jerry's concert. Yeah, that could happen. Pam Zappardino's here. Hi, Zap. We were talking about you, me and Chris James. Chris is a great guitarist and harp player and mandolin player who was at Common Ground, where Zap is a regular and was also up with me at Sam W. So I want to thank you all for joining me again. We're going to do one more for you, and then I will, of course, do the mantra at the end. I'm not sure what form it's going to take yet. So this last song, we've had one by Mose Allison, who is primarily a jazz piano player and songwriter. And then we had one by Phil Ochs, who was, he was a folky, let's face it. He aspired to being a rock and roll star. He probably aspired to being what this last songwriter became, which is a rock and roll star, and that's Bruce Springsteen. I see Ben Elder is here. Hi, Ben. Thanks for stopping by. It's always nice to hear, have people say hello and know who's here. Anyhow, this song was written inspired by the John Steinbeck book, Grapes of Wrath. It's one of the great American novels, certainly, and tells a story which is the story of the Depression, in which some people would like to throw us back to. And like that. So this is called The Ghost of Tom Joad. Men walking down on a railroad track, going someplace there's no going back. Highway patrol chopper coming up over the ridge. Hot soup on a camp stove under the bridge. Shelter line leading around the corner. Welcome to the New World Order. Families sleeping in their cars in the Southwest. No home, no job, no peace, no rest. Oh, the highway is alive at night, and nobody's kidding nobody about where it goes. And I'm sitting down here in the campfire light, searching for the ghost of Tom Joad. pulls a prayer book out of his sleeping bag. Preacher lights up a butt and takes a drag, preaching how the last shall be first and the first shall be last. On a cardboard box on the underpass, you got a one-way ticket to the promised land. You got a hole in your belly and a gun in your hand, sleeping on a pillow of solid rock, bathing in the city's aqueduct. Oh, the highway is alive at night, and everybody knows just where it goes. And I'm sitting down here in the campfire light, waiting on the ghost of Tom Joad. Tom said, Ma, wherever you see a cop beating a guy, or hear a hungry newborn baby cry, where there's a fight against the blood and hate is in the air, just look for me, Ma, 'cause I'll be there. Wherever somebody's looking for a place to stand, for a better, decent job or a better stand, where somebody's seeking to be free, just look in their eyes, Ma, and you'll see me. Oh, the highway is alive at night, nobody's kidding nobody about where it goes. And I'm sitting down here in the campfire light with the ghost of old Tom Joad. Yeah, the highway is alive at night, and everybody knows just where it goes. And I'm sitting down here in the campfire light with the ghost of old Tom Joad. With the ghost of old Tom Joad. Be happy and be healthy, be brave and be calm, be kind, it's a snap, and if you get cranky, take a nap. The Ghost of Tom Joad by Bruce Springsteen. A lot of comments coming in here. Let me just say, before I say goodbye, which I'm about to do. Yeah, I'll have to think about that, Charlie, if that's the same chord progression or similar. Nah, I don't think it's the same. different chords anyhow. Anyhow, I thank you again all for joining me, and I hope to see you again on Sunday. I hope you have a good rest of the week, and pay attention to politics, because as Aunt Richard said, if you're not on the table, if you're not at the table, you're probably on the menu. It's good to keep that in mind. Now is the time we can have a chance of saving our democracy, and let's go for it. Bye-bye.